Hey friends, welcome back to The Now Mom. I'm Rachel Bennett, and today we're gonna be setting up the classroom, or as I like to say it, the workspace. It is time to get our classroom space organized. If you are new to homeschooling, you may not have an extra room or a dedicated space that you can set up as your classroom. Now, if you are totally the person that wants to set up the classroom, you do you. You do whatever you want to do to make it feel like a fun learning environment. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is how to create a fun learning environment no matter what kind of space you're working in. All right, we were fortunate to have a kind of bonus room up above our garage, which is actually our movie room / classroom. So I'm gonna give you a tour. For our space here in the classroom, we have taken a corner of the movie room and turned this kind of unused space into our classroom. So we have a bookshelf full of books. I found these awesome lockers. They were on sale on like Craigslist or our local like yard sale site or Facebook Marketplace. You can find them. They were actually taken out of a real high school. They were redoing the lockers, so they were selling these, which is awesome. And of course, we have a lot other bookshelves. We have this bookshelf, which is kind of like a supply bookshelf. We keep our extra notebooks, extra reading material that is specifically for like curriculum or like activity learning. And then, of course, we have our desk, our workspace. A lot of you may not have the opportunity to get lockers and a bookshelf and have a dedicated workspace. So I'm gonna give you some tips on how to create your workspace even if you don't have the classroom option. In defining your space, there's gonna be a few tips that I use for any space. So you may not have the opportunity to have a dedicated classroom area, but these are the things that you're going to need in a good learning atmosphere. So the first one, of course, is the desk. So right here we have the desk that lovely Raquel, is sitting at. I got it at a yard sale. I painted it and it is perfect because it actually has enough space to put the supplies that you need. Now, your desk space, it doesn't have to be a desk. Here we have Wyatt doing his reading right here on the beanbag. All right, Clay's desk space is at the counter. She actually really enjoys it. I think she gravitates here most of the time. Cora her workspace is where?
Anywhere.
Anywhere that mom is, huh?
Yeah.
That's right. Cora follows me, and this is a great coffee table that she can sit down, and I have my planner. And with my planner, I sit there, and then I help her with her course, and I do work at the same time. Dad, where's your workspace?
We ripped out your office so that you could take over my office, so that now I can work from a couch that used to be your office. I come in, I plug in, and guess what? This couch doesn't look like it does this. But it actually does exactly perfect for my needs.
So even our dad that works from home has his own workspace, his own desk. So as you can see, your classroom workspace can be anywhere throughout the house, and we just make sure it has the right needs. So Shay is actually using his built-in desk. This was one reason why we bought the house, is because they had desks in all the bedrooms, but Shay loves his workspace. So obviously you're gonna want to have the right supplies, pencils, markers, crayons, scissors, glue, whatever your children are needing to learn with. Honestly, I just usually keep all of our supplies up here in the classroom, and then I have supplies all around the house that they can use. Sometimes the kids will fill up their pencil bags or pencil containers with their pencil, maybe a scissors, erasers, whatever else is needed to do their schoolwork, crayons or markers if needed, and then they can go and work in other places. Okay, now that we've seen supplies up in the classroom, a fun tip and trick for all homeschoolers: if you are schooling in your house, your kids are gonna move around, they're gonna migrate. It's important to have supplies throughout the house so they don't have to leave wherever they creatively wanna sit or learn, because then they can just really get into whatever they're learning. So here we are, Shay's space. He has his desk, but he has created his own supply need here. So he has his pencils and his pens. So we're fully stocked. We've got supplies, Shay. Yep. Throughout your house, whether you're decorating with a coffee table or end table, there's always places that you can put supplies, specifically pencils, erasers. Right here, I have a cute little decoration that we've put some pencils in right there. On the side of my fireplace, right over here, we have some hidden bookshelves, and these bookshelves have a pencil case right here. We have scissors, glue, pencils, pens, markers. Let's see how prepared Clay is in her space.
I got my pencil.
And that's all you need?
Yep. that as well as all the other books that I use, but a pencil is just what I use to do that.
Don't forget, you need to have all of your curriculum organized in your space, however it needs to be. So we have a bookshelf that can keep curriculum. We have awesome books. Now for a good classroom, you should have some great books so that the kids can get inspired. We have books of every ages. We have older storybooks. We do have more curriculum. We've got lots of storybooks here, all different ages, so that I can read to the children can read to themselves. They can enjoy books because that is where the learning starts, is where they get to explore and enjoy some good reading and understanding of what's happening. So make sure that you have your course books accessible and ready or on a bookshelf. So we have the kids use their lockers here. So Clay, Raquel, Shay, Wyatt, Evie, Cora, and they get to put all of their course inside here. So all of their curriculum, everything is kept inside one space so they don't lose it. I prefer to have something like this, whether it's a bookshelf or locker, so that they can put their stuff back where it goes. But if you have a private desk in bedrooms, you can always have like a bookshelf in there. If you have a space in your living room where you're gonna have a separate bookshelf just for, you know, your curriculum or your school supplies and things like that, you can keep it there. There's many options all around the house. So as you see, Clay utilizes that area as her workspace. Cora pulls all of her curriculum with her and she follows me around. We have different curriculum stashed in different places. We kind of talked a little bit about these planners. These are our group curriculum. So when I do a history lesson, a science lesson, or a lesson with like just 2 kids, these are the folders that keep them. Here's some of our history. So we do keep a lot of their course like curriculum all over the place, as well as their supplies. And so this is just a good like understanding that as you homeschool, your home literally becomes the school. Now, our very last tip is inspiration. Now, setting up a good workspace for your family, for your children, is creating that inspiration. So like we have shared on previous YouTube videos, you need to inspire, not require. So if you haven't checked out some of our past, like 5 things I wish I had known, or how to transition from public to homeschool, go and listen to those podcasts, watch the videos, because this is a really big thing for us as teachers, is to inspire your children and encourage them in the learning process. So we try to have different types of inspiration around. Number one, I like to set the mood with some classical music, and that seems to help them learn. Or we kind of try and keep it a little bit peaceful, not super loud noises, so that they can feel they can read their books, they can color, they can work on their math, whatever is needed, wherever they are. Another inspiration is art. So I have this huge map here. I absolutely love it. And when we talk about history and we learn about different parts of the world and we do geography and exploring, we like to come over to the map and give them an actual location so that they can see where they are, to where this place was that we're talking about, or the description of what it looks like there. A map is always fun to have in a classroom. So this actually works great because in our home we have this giant map. Our last tip for inspiration is finding some of your favorite quotes and putting them where your children are going to be learning and kind of decorating your classroom or workspace. So here we have Shay's workspace, and he has this fun desk, and he has some fun inspirational pictures of his own. I love finding like quotes from my favorite authors or from some of my favorite books, and I love putting them around as inspiration. So I got this one. It says, "The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go." That's from Dr. Seuss. So I had these ones made so that you guys can have some fun printables. So check out the printables on theohanaadventure.com and you can print them off yourself. So there we go. We have his quote, and Shay loves to read and loves to learn, so that's perfect. This is a really cheap way to decorate your classroom, decorate your workspace, so it kind of inspires you or inspires your children. You can find printables all over the internet, like maps or places, things they want to learn about. I know that Shay, when he was learning about Switzerland last year, loved to put pictures all around, right?
I did.
You sure did. All right, you guys have seen all of our spaces and the tips to creating a good learning environment in those spaces. Here is the thing with the spaces. Your kids may not be learning in the classroom all the time. They might be following you around. And what I have also really found for the flow of our school day is sometimes you need to change the space. If you change it up, it can create a new learning space and kind of refresh the mind and get it really like pumped up to learn a new subject in a different space. So if you think of it like high school classes or college courses, where you go to a different teacher with a different subject, think of it like that. So maybe when you're having history in the living room as a family, and then they go and they do their language arts up in the classroom, or maybe they're gonna do math at the table, or maybe you gotta go outside and do some nature journaling right out in nature. I have found that it is great for my kids to kind of change up the space and be like, okay, we're moving outside. Let's do some school outside. Oh, it's time to move. Let's go over here to the office or the bedroom or wherever it is, and we learn in the different areas. It really helps to change it up. Just remember, if you're there and helping them learn, it's gonna be a great space for them. They're gonna make some great memories learning lots of things this year with you as you do homeschool. So if you guys have any questions, comment down below, but you can also check out this blog post on theohanaventure.com where you can get our free printables. I've enjoyed sharing this with you. Don't forget to go over to our Instagram at Rach Bennett so that you can nominate a teacher and tag that teacher who should win a $75 gift card to ERIN CONDREN, because we want to give back to the teachers in our lives. They do amazing things. All right, thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll see you guys next time on the Now Mom. I'm Rachel Bennett. Bye.